Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. I've got some fun news to share with you today. And it's fun also because, wow, Bitcoin is going in the right direction. $51,505 right now, up 5.33%. And what you're looking at is by block size, the volume. And as you know, I always love to see where the money flows are. So you can see that after Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP are getting the lion's share of volume flowing into the market. And I hope that with this new price discovery for Bitcoin, that it brings all these alts back up into the green. I think that's going to happen. This is pretty amazing. You know, I did time it correctly. Also, as you know, I go in and out of this market, and I had taken some profit on XRP at 60 cents right prior to the kind of February 1st event. And then in doing so, I was just kind of holding on to some fiat to enter the market again. And I decided today was the day when it hit 50 cents. I figured that was probably very close to bottom. I think 48 cents was actually the bottom today. But I feel like, yeah, maybe I did hit it right. We are just kissing 55 cents now. So the fact that BTC is on this run, I think we're going to see some very fun price action again. All right, let's take a look because I want to tell you about, well, two different stories. First is about an article that was put out by Reuters Japan. This is news about Mr. Kitao. He is the largest outside shareholder of Ripple, and he is the CEO of SBI Holdings here in Japan. He's a maverick, absolute maverick. And what he is announcing with this Reuters article is that he is on the hunt for some big global companies. And he's either going to acquire them or he is going to do a joint venture. And the reason why he's going to do it is to grow his crypto asset business. This guy is always thinking out of the box. For example, his esports team is paid in XRP. Here you're looking at their official uniforms for the players. And he's going to also tokenize this team. And so it is going to be sold as a security token. And that security token is probably going to end up on the new exchange that he is building down in Osaka. But also, too, just on February 4th, he has started this XRP loaning and lending service through the SBI VC trade site. He pays out his shareholders. The dividends are paid out in XRP. I mean, who is doing that in mainstream financial circles, right? And possibly the most recent out-of-the-box thinking that he's done was with an exchange that he invested into. This is FX Coin. And they did demos using the digital asset XRP to settle the Sumitomo Group companies in their cross-border trade finance through swaps. This is part of a 6.6 trillion foreign exchange daily trading that's done globally. And this is part of the business plan. This wasn't just a test. This wasn't just to show off. This was actually a test to execute a business plan that has been outlined by FX Coin. And that result was posted on their website December 3rd. The demonstration, was just the first step to create this swap market for crypto assets. And the fact that it's part of their business plan, this just wasn't a one-time, one-off test. So SBI in this particular plan is going to be the source for getting that digital asset XRP to them. He's going to be the liquidity provider. And so it solves many problems that are encountered with fiat when it comes to trade finance. So I'm watching seriously, carefully, almost every day, trying to find updates. And in doing that research today, I found out that on February 12th, SBI, who is building this private trading exchange with Sumitomo to handle digital securities using blockchain technology, announced, listen to this, this is a Dutch high-definition trading company, is also going to be a shareholder in this new exchange. I'll tell you, the Dutch just continually impress. For the countries that follow this channel, the United States is number 1, UK is number 2, Canada is number 3, and the Netherlands is number 4. So the Netherlands has consistently been in the top 4 for years. It's impressive. So the company is called Optiver. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. They are, though, a huge global market maker. They have proprietary trading instruments. It's a private company. They're expert in derivatives and foreign exchange. They're going to take an 8.8% in the voting shares with this involvement. Their headquarters are in Amsterdam. They have over 1,000 employees, and they have offices actually spread out all over. SBI is maintaining the largest position of shares so far of this exchange with 33.9%. But there are 8 companies who have made an investment to get this private exchange, this stock exchange for derivatives off the ground. I think it's going to be trading live very soon. I'm talking about in another month or 2 at the most, but I think it is slated to start very, very soon. Mr. Kitao didn't give details of the companies that he's in discussions with, but there is something really big happening because he said that crypto assets will definitely be a major source of revenue for him. And regarding their merger and acquisition strategies, he said, to become the best in the world, we have to choose between acquiring leading companies or forming alliances with major global companies. So the strategy is not to buy a minority stake in many large companies. No, he's going after a few big ones. So he is whale hunting. And it was quite interesting that in the Reuters article, he did mention Tesla. And I think that really impressed him as to what Elon Musk has done, because he sees, of course, with Michael Saylor and all the institutional investors that are getting involved, he's definitely going to seize the moment. In another quote from the Reuters article, he said that buying the number 1 company is what he's going to focus on to connect global alliances with major players. So he wants crypto assets to be the pillar of earnings. So who's number 1 in crypto? That's what I'm always thinking about. And that number 1 needs to connect globally to major players. So what do you think? I have some ideas, and then this is just fun. Let's see if I am correct. So one of those might be PolySign. And the reason why is because the golden goose egg in crypto is the institutional investor, for sure. So if I was on his strategy team, I'd be looking at PolySign. It is the best in class for custody and transactions and payments for financial institutions using digital assets, yeah, I think that one makes sense. Or I would say, hey, Mr. Kitao, let's have a look at Signum. This is a partner he already has. They're a Swiss Singapore bank that empowers institutional investors to invest in the digital asset economy. And since he's already got a working relationship with them, that makes things a little easier. And if there was an acquisition, it would be most interesting since the Swiss Stock Exchange 6 announced in December that they made an investment into CustoDigit. That is Signum's unique institutional digital asset gateway to trade, settle, and custody for banks. Yeah, that one makes sense. And then maybe a third one I would say is, hey, Mr. Kitao, what about Northern Data? This is that mining company that SBI took a strategic cooperative relationship with back in 2019, and they positioned themselves for potential equity with this facility in Texas. And yes, they are live right now mining in Texas. The trigger was pulled on that equity in July 2020. They took their convertible bond that was issued in November 2019 and converted it into stock. And in that announcement, they were considered now a strategic shareholder. The mining is done with this passive energy savings cooling system with this HPC hardware. And they're, for the most part, using natural gas or hydro, making the data centers in Scandinavia, for example. One of them in Sweden is 100% powered by renewable energy. So with the expansion, they have 6 data centers now in North America and Scandinavia. This seems like, wow, I don't know, of all 3 possibilities, I really lean towards this one as being the possible acquisition. And you know that they are up in Boden, Sweden, this mining data center, one of their locations, which is well known for its northern lights or the aurora borealis. And I'm not going totally off track here, but wow, I just love these aurora borealis. I've not seen them yet. I want to show you something because I didn't know that if you're on the space station, you can see the northern lights from the space station. Look at that. Look at that. I just think that is just wow. That's a wow, wow, wow. Yeah, sorry you lost me there, but I'm going to keep it going. So the other last story I have to tell you is talking about the Flare time series oracle. And FTSO is what it's known for short. And there is an FTSO.eu group that I'm going to introduce to you on Friday. I'm going to show you the faces behind the delegation service that will be on the Flare network. And that is so Spark holders, and I hope that you're one, can delegate their vote to them at no risk to your Spark token. You never have it leave your wallet. Yeah, it's totally a no risk participation, and in return you share in the profits. So we'll learn a little bit more about that on Friday. The FTSOs are important because they provide data every couple of seconds with the hardware that they run. And if you want to brush up on this part of the architecture and the infrastructure and understand how you might benefit if you participate, I think that you want to go to the flare.xyz blog and read the article about FTSO, a breakdown. This is a really good place to do that. This group is located in Europe, and they also run an XRPL validator node. They consist of, they have one or more data centers, providing this connectivity to the European region, helping create that perfect part of a really beautiful decentralized architecture. And I had a call with them this morning, and the 3 guys that I spoke with, they're really, really great guys. So I can't wait to record our video on Friday morning, and then I will be sure to share it with you. And now we're going to jump to the fluff. Yes, sorry that you lost me, but one of those websites just kicked the camera off, and that sometimes happens. But I forgot to tell you yesterday that along with the limited edition cherry blossom drinks that you can get at Starbucks, you can also get a chiffon cake that has a real edible cherry blossom on top. This is part of that limited edition series that comes during the cherry blossom season. But this is really high-tech, no-touch floating panels that use pictograms that I thought, oh, I have to show you this. This is actually the control center for a Japanese toilet. Yes, we have lots of options. And this Japanese company is going to design them for elevators and ATMs too. So you can imagine this is a no-touch, and the new norm that we're in, where nobody wants to touch anything in public, it has created so many new businesses, as I've been showing you over the past year. I think this one is my favorite. And then I'll leave you with a little bit of the wacky side of Japan. These are towels that are made in Japan, and you put them in water, and oh my gosh, the bijin, which means beautiful girl in the kimono, all of a sudden her kimono comes off. And no, I don't want to show you because I might offend somebody, but I'll put the link to it, and it's to Amazon in Japan, so you can see for yourself. So you have this towel that dry, she's in a kimono. Wet, she's not in her kimono. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.